Hola, amigos. We're live. There's 8 people on.
Yeah. Hey, guys. We're going to wait a few minutes and let enough people get... we still have, a couple of minutes? We have a whopping 1 minute.
Whoa.
So we're going to let some people join. Hey, Becky, Jody, Kathy,
Oh, my gosh. Does that
Christy.
say Sydney, Australia?
Where?
Good morning from Sydney. Whoa. That's so cool.
That is cool. What time is it there?
I'm literally shook.
That's pretty cool. Hey, Aunt Judy.
Can I be cousin Haley since you're Aunt Judy and everyone thinks you're my mom?
Everybody does think Ailey's my daughter. Yeah, your cousin. I want to say cousin Ed, but you know what I'm talking about? You're probably too young.
Yeah.
Do you know
from
who
the Addams Family? We did that musical.
Okay, I wasn't sure. There's Judy and Mary and Jay.
Oh, what a man.
What a man! What a
BJ
man!
Bearden
What
was
a
on here.
mighty good man.
Kentucky?
Yeah, tell us where all you're from.
Yeah, I want to know where everybody's
York.
from.
I want to
the
be
Netherlands?
there. Oh yes! Wow, that's pretty cool.
The Netherlands. Where's Europe? Oh my gosh.
It's spring there.
It's spring. Well, it's the first day it's been
We're
cold.
free. Meemaw has a blanket.
It'll probably be 80 degrees though tomorrow, so you know.
Watertown, New York, Connecticut,
Oh my gosh.
New Jersey,
That's so cool.
Texas.
How
West
boring is it
Virginia.
that we're from Coleman, Alabama?
I know. We're from Coleman,
Or down here in the Boondocks.
Tennessee. Hey, let's see if we can get all 50 states. There's
Well,
Florida.
we've got different countries and stuff.
48 degrees.
Okay, yeah, we're complaining. It's literally
I don't-
probably 60.
We're freezing to death. Around the corner. Yes, you are around the corner.
Yep. Okay. Well, hand pink waving, hand pink. Oh, okay. Slay. Oh, it's an
South
emoji.
Carolina. Alabama.
She feels us.
Sweet home Alabama. Illinois. Hey, we may have all 50 states here. Does
You're
it
gonna
get dark?
shine flashlights on us.
Does it get dark before 7?
I don't know when the sun sets. Guess what? We can go hang out with Larry.
We can go. We can set a campfire and go kumbaya. Did you do that in camp?
I didn't go to camp.
You didn't go to camp?
No. I grew up poor. My camp was go outside and play with sticks.
Okay, wait a minute. Can you hear us okay? Okay. We have mics on, but I wasn't sure if they would.
They can probably hear me every time I cough.
I'm drinking coffee. It's not, but it does have protein in it.
I've got water as usual.
Good example, bad example.
So when do we want to get started?
Okay. Hey, Julie and Chris. Hey, Lee.
Oh, that's
Kathy.
Andrew's mom. What a
Where?
woman. Lee.
Lee is Andrew's mom?
Yeah, she's a cool woman.
Oh, hey, Andrew's
Hey,
mom.
It's my girlie.
Okay, we're gonna get started. Y'all know me. I'm Judy, obviously. Your Aunt Judy, and this is cousin Haley.
Yeah, I guess what I'm gonna be.
Okay, let's first start. First of all, I want you to be thinking of questions that you want to ask Haley or
My
myself.
woman, Diane. It's Diane.
Diane, do you know that she said you're her favorite?
You're
I'm like,
literally my favorite woman on this planet.
I'm like, are you serious? Anyway, Diane, she loves you. So y'all be thinking of questions that you want to ask me or Haley. Haley is 17 and I am 52. So obviously there's a big age gap. And we started this podcast
maybe a month ago.
a month ago.
5 episodes, so a month and a week.
Yeah.
Okay, a month and a week ago. And it was not my idea. It was Haley's idea. So we're going to start off by telling you how Haley and I met. So you started off.
So when I was a sophomore or freshman, I needed volunteer hours for Beta Club. Well, my mom was like, oh, you should go to this farm. This lady has cute chickens. I was like, what? She's like, her chickens have fluffy hair. And I was like, what do you mean? Why do they want my help? And I was thinking it'd be like 40 farms type stuff. And I was like, Mom, it's literally in Snead. She's like, I'm pretty sure it's up the road. I was like, no, it's not. It's not. And it was. So I text Judy on Facebook and I'm all formal and I'm like, hello, I would love to get volunteer hours at your farm for my beta club. And you're like, yeah, come teach my donkey to walk on a leash. I was like, what? What are you talking? I was like, okay. And then I came with my mom and we toured the farm.
Yep.
And then not even like a day or two later, I was up here meeting all the animals, getting to know them. And I started doing tours. And then I think I earned my 30 hours within like 2 weeks, if that.
Yeah.
And then I ended up doing tours for Judy. And I did tours, for about almost 2 years?
You did them for a while.
Like,
and you put the animals up before me to go to sleep and let them out.
I had to come over and I would always check on the animals when Judy was out of town. Had to, feed a newborn goat.
I forgot about that.
Because Vanson was graduating her son and she was down in Troy. And I came over to make sure everything was going good. And we bumped into someone else who was checking for Judy. And they're like, the goat just had babies. And we're like, what? So we called Judy and she's like, we knew this would happen. So we got the milk. Judy was walking me through it. I was in her house trying to find the stuff. I was like shaking up bottles, forcing the goats to eat. It was so fun. But yeah, that's how we met. And it's just, been great since then.
If you hear piglets in the background, it's because there's piglets in the background.
Yeah, they're fighting.
So we hit it off from day one. And I just look at Haley as my daughter. And she brought another boy on to volunteer at the same time, which was Eli. And I feel like they're my kids. I literally feel like Eli and Haley are my kids.
Well, we had days I'd get here because tours, the first ones are at 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always gotten here 30 minutes before tours. So I'd get here at 9:30. And then there were days I wouldn't leave till 4 because I would do 2 tours. We'd eat in the middle or we'd do field trips. We would do things with the help center that comes, the adults
group home,
that comes. That was always my favorite tours when they would come over.
Yes.
But yeah.
And you were here when they first started coming.
Oh yeah.
And they're still coming to this day.
They're so sweet.
So that was what? You're a senior, so that was 2 years ago.
Yeah. I think I started, I don't know if it was freshman year or sophomore year. It was one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Haley entered I'm going to let them tell. She entered a pageant. She's never been in a pageant a day in her life. And
I did pageants till I was like 13.
Are you serious?
Not like serious ones, just like school
Oh.
pageants. I never
I
did
didn't
like
know that.
title pageants.
Well, she decided at the last minute to join this pageant at her school.
It was the last
And
minute.
I'll let her tell you about it.
Yeah, so there is this thing in Coleman, Alabama called the Miss Coleman County Fair. Last year it became a prelim to Miss Alabama. So if you win, you have the choice to go to Miss Alabama or not. Well, I saw that and I was like, that would be so cool. But I never really had anything that I didn't have a talent really. Well, when our play came around in March, one of the girls was talking about how she was excited to do it. And in my head, I was like, I really want to talk about mental health and I want to talk about the stigma behind medication. That's something I'm very big on. I started taking medication for my anxiety and depression in January. So I really wanted to get to talk about that and spread awareness. So April was the pageant. I decided late March, early April, I wanted to do it. So I had no time to coach, no time to do anything. My boyfriend's sister did my hair and makeup. She taught me a little ranky-dank walk. Someone helped me write a speech, and I did it. And then I won.
She won.
So that was kind of scary, though. It was really scary because now I go to compete at Miss Coleman County Fair. And the biggest reason I'm doing this is just to spread awareness. And I was talking to Judy earlier. The whole reason is just to help kids that are like me, help parents that were in my parents' position and didn't know how to help their own kids and just stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay. So when you decided to start the podcast, I mean, obviously it's to spread awareness, but why did you choose it to do it with me?
Well, I had actually,
because I'm mental.
you're a little crazy. No, in all reality, I wanted to be able to talk to someone that was definitely older than me, that had a different perspective. My mom never really suffered with mental health issues, and I just thought it'd be better to have someone that has.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have a platform, you have a big following. And the thing is, if I start this on my own, not a lot of people are going to get help. But starting it with you, you can blow it over onto your channel, and that helps more people.
So, then let's see. Let me go right here. Can you comment and tag the podcast channel, please? Okay, we're gonna put it in the comments, and you guys can go subscribe.
Does
you ever
Shane
feel
feel
like
the need to do that
I
right
mean,
now?
Shane is up there sawing?
He literally knows we're doing this.
I mean, really?
Can you hear it?
Can y'all hear that?
You can't hear it? Oh, he can't hear it.
It is so loud right
It is
now.
literally so loud.
Okay, so so you wanted because I'm older, and I will say this. I think it's very brave of you to be your age and speak out loud about having anxiety.
Because yeah, because there's so many kids that are like, why are you doing this? That's so dumb, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? This might not help you, but this little girl over here that her mom's already texted and told me, like, you saved my daughter's life.
But you know what, Haley? You know what I think is fascinating is I'm 52 and I'm getting the same thing you're getting, because people are like, why is she talking about mental health? She's a farm.
Yeah.
Why does she go live, put on her makeup, and talk about mental health? I get the same thing you get, you know?
Yeah.
And it's silly to think about like the age gap, but though we're struggling with the same type things. Like when you talk about, people don't talk about mental health, right?
Oh yeah, because I think since COVID has came, more mental health has become diagnosed, because people were sitting at home and they were finding themselves depressed, and there were more diagnoses coming. It's not that mental health is skyrocketing, it's that we're diagnosing it. People are seeking help. And I think that is one good thing about social media, is people are bringing awareness to it. But I think some people are scared of things they do not understand. I think that I'm scared of cancer. I don't know if it hurts your body. I don't know what you go through. I'm scared of that because I've never experienced it.
Yeah.
Now, some people haven't experienced mental health. They think that it's just, oh, sometimes you cry. That's not how it works.
No.
And when you do not understand how something works and something goes about in your everyday life, you don't know how to feel about it. And some people on the internet just think that they should tear you down because they don't understand it.
Right.
And that's not. Everyone should build each other up. And that's one thing I just can't stand.
Well, since you started this, I've had 4, 5, 6 people that are adults, like my age and older, tell me that you're making such an impact in their life.
And that's a crazy thing to hear, because if y'all haven't listened to the podcast, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression at 11 years old. And my parents were scared of medication. And that's okay. It's okay to be scared of something. So I went untreated for 6 years. And I started medication in January. And I definitely have a long ways to go on improving my mental health and getting better at thinking positive. But it's definitely difficult that I went 6 years feeling the way I feel every day. But it was times 10 because I didn't have medication to help me feel better.
Right.
But the thing is, now I can share my story with other kids, and they can go to their parents and say, hey, Mom, I need help. And their parents can listen to me and go, this is how I'm going to help you. I'm going to bring you to a professional, and they're going to determine what you need. And I'm going to risk that. I'm going to risk helping you. Yeah, medication has side effects, but so does everything else you take. You take like throw up medicine, nausea medicine, there's side effects. You take blood pressure medicine. I'm on a blood pressure medicine for my anxiety. And there's so many side effects with that. There's fatigue, dizziness, all that. But it helps me so much.
Yeah.
And people are so scared, but they don't realize that you could actually change someone's life.
I think for me, I got diagnosed in '06, and it took until 2013 to find the right medication
Oh,
for me.
medication's so hard.
And it was like a roller coaster. And there were so many times I just said, I can't do this anymore, because it would make me either really lethargic, or it would make me just like ramp me up, or I'd be just in a fog and couldn't think. And I'm like, this is not working. But it took from '06 to 2013 to figure out the right cocktail for me. And we talked about this in one of our podcasts, that my doctor actually took a sample of my saliva and tested it to see what medications that I react to. And I found out that I was a fast metabolizer. And so my dosage kept being wrong, because they would give me, let's just say, 300 milligrams, and my body couldn't handle it because I'm a fast metabolizer. So we had to lower my strength. And once we found that, then it was like, okay, this is working. But it takes a few weeks, sometimes months, for the medicine to kick in.
Oh, yeah.
For you to really know if it's working or not, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing is there's not enough research, because
No.
there's not enough people taking medicine. Boostpar was the first medication they put me on, and it is known to have side effects of dizziness and nausea, and I had every single one of those side effects. It was the worst, like, week and a half I was on it. So they took me off and they put me on Prozac. I was on Prozac for 2-3 months, did absolutely nothing for me. It worked at first, and then it didn't work, and that's okay. So I started bupropion, which is Wellbutrin, which is what I'm on now, and it's been a lifesaver.
That's what I'm on.
That one's like the first one I've tried that's actually been great. But I know people that I have, my best friend, they've tried all the medications and they've had some that worked, some that didn't. And then there's people that the first time they get it right.
My doctor did tell me that generally, if the medication works for one family member, it usually will work for another, because it's like genetics are involved. Yeah. And that's one thing that they told me. But yes, I'm on Wellbutrin as well. So let's see what you are saying.
Yeah, if y'all have any questions, we would love to get to answer them.
Nancy says her anxiety's gotten worse since COVID, and she doesn't go anywhere. And then Carol will respond that I have a hard time getting out, I have to force myself.
I'm trying to find Lindsay.
I completely understand struggling going out. I'm not a very people person, but I will say, if I know I'm going to be somewhere, and Judy and I talked about this our last podcast, we did the parade, and I had to take extra medicine because I knew I'd be around a lot of people, which I'm a people person, but I do not like being around people. Me and Judy are the exact same. And it was definitely difficult.
It's crazy because Haley can get on stage, okay, and perform and sing and act and all this stuff in theater, and she does not, like, she's good. Me, I can get in front of 100 kids and talk and read a book. I can get on social media with 90 people watching, and it does not make me nervous at all. But if you get one family here or something,
or like a group of just
I
like
have
3
to go
people,
to a birthday party, or I have to go to a wedding,
sit in the corner,
I am dying.
It's so bad.
I literally, you will see my personality change, because I'm just like this. Like, I feel,
oh yeah,
and it's like, what's wrong with Judy? She's not acting the same. And I'm like, no, I'm different when I'm like that. And I really don't understand it.
Well, mine's gotten a lot worse since I've gotten older. But I will say, if you were having a hard time getting out, like, start small. I would say go to counseling. That is one thing that has helped me tremendously. I would say just like start small. Go get you some ice cream by yourself. Eat it in the car, like somewhere though. Go in as soon as you want to leave. Go to the park, take a walk. If you get upset or stressed out, just leave. And that's the beauty of now I'm able to drive. So if I get stressed out, I can get in my car and go home.
Talking about autism, I have never been around anybody that's autistic.
Well, we had a boy that came
until I
to the
till I
farm.
started Snead's Farmhouse.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how many people have autism.
I think we talk about this a lot, and I talked about it with my psychologist. Autism is such a wide spectrum, and it affects so many people in different ways.
Yeah.
But I will say that every autistic, I've not met many autistic adults, mostly autistic kids. They are the most fun people to be around. I remember a boy came here on National Autism Day, I think in 2021.
Yep.
We had so much fun. Me and
Yep.
him, he obviously was louder than the other kids, and the other kids kind of just looked at him funny. But me and him had the best time.
Yeah. I've had to learn that they learn differently. So my granddaughter was getting stressed out, so she started self-harm. Haley and I've talked about this because there was a time in Haley's life where it was very dark. And there was
Yeah.
a time in my life where it was very dark. And y'all know, because you've been following me for a while, that in my senior year in high school, I tried to kill myself and was in the hospital. I actually graduated in the mental health hospital. It was awful. And Haley's never attempted, right?
Right.
But the thoughts have been there. And I'm sure that we were just talking about this before we went live, that, you know, when you follow me or you see Haley talk, we seem to have it all together.
And we don't this last bit. We talked about how somebody had texted Judy and said that I just look like I don't have any anxiety, and it's really, really bad.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, I'm going to say this. I do my very best to be real on social media. I try to be myself at all times. And you can tell when someone doesn't know me when they comment and they say things. I'm like, they don't know who their Aunt Judy is. And that's okay.
It's okay to not know your crazy aunt.
It's okay that you don't know who I am.
They don't always come to Christmas, you know? It's okay.
And I'm gentle with them because they don't understand, but that's why I always tell people to give me 30 days. 30 days on my page, and if my page is not for you, then unfollow me. But don't just judge by watching me curl my hair and think I'm crazy. You know, like, give me 30 days. And I want to say the same thing with, like, Haley. You know, teenagers sometimes I think,
Crazy.
well, teenagers with you may be jealous because here you are wearing a crown.
Very mean.
You know, you're in a Jeep waving to the, you know, the crowd, and you're gonna, you know, I mean, you sing, you act, you have a great boyfriend in a relationship. Girls are jealous of that.
Yeah.
Do you get beat up over that?
Yeah. After the pageant, a certain girl wouldn't even talk to me, and she still won't. And there are a lot of people that just decided to hate me because I won a pageant. So that was definitely really hard to deal with. And it was really hard. Like, the next day we had another pageant and I just cried. Like, I felt so down.
But let me give you a little bit of advice. When I started this farm and became a nonprofit, there were about 10 farms that I called my friends that began to attack me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they ripped me a new one, told me that I was not a nonprofit, that I was out trying to gouge people. And I was in tears. 4 years later, I would love to have those 10 farms sitting in front of me and go, now tell me what you think. Because I knew my mission, just like you know the reason you're in this pageant.
Yeah.
You are on a mission, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I tell them all the time, when you're on a mission, you have to elbow
everyone out of the way.
Out of your way, because they will tear you to pieces.
I wanted to add to the self-harm comment. I would say trying to give advice is really hard because sometimes when people are very, very depressed, it's hard to get through to them. There's other ways of self-harm that aren't I would say is bad. Like, I would say the bad things are when you're cutting yourself, burning yourself, pulling your hair out, scratching yourself. Some easy things that I have learned to cope with: rubber bands on your wrist, pop them.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
one thing. Draw, go for a walk, run. Love to run. When I am stressed out, I love to like just run as fast as you can, and then you're done. You know, then you can walk back and you'll feel a little better. Just try to explain to people you know who do self harm that they can call 988 and they will help them. Seek counseling. They will help you to stop and get better. And I promise you will never regret that.
And Sharon, you're talking about being in the hospital for depression. And you know what? For the longest time, I let that define me. And I let it define me simply because other people were telling me that I was crazy, because I told you something I did at 19, 18 years old still follows me to this day with my family. And I have to work really, really hard almost to get my family out of my life in order for me to get better. And that seems so terrible to think that I have to get my family out of my way because they make me feel like I'm crazy. But I had to do that in order for me to grow and realize who I was. Have you ever had to get people out of your life?
Yeah. I think one thing is you cannot change until you pull certain people out of your life. You can't change. If you're hanging around the same people, you're never going to get better.
No.
Can you pin that comment from Diane Kinney?
Right here?
That one, yes.
Okay.
So I actually talk about this in my platform for Fair Queen. If you cannot afford health insurance, if you are located in Alabama, I don't know if you are, the Stephen K. Griffith Foundation was created after a mentally ill man who did not have health insurance because he couldn't afford it, shot and killed another man. So the family, instead of just badgering this man for having mental illness, decided to create a fund. This fund has partnered with Haven Counseling and the Good Samaritan Clinic. The Good Samaritan Clinic will provide medication for those who cannot afford medical insurance, and Haven Counseling will also provide counseling. If you do live in Alabama, I very much encourage you to seek on this, and I can, if you will, comment on Judy's post and get in touch with me, I can help you with this. If you are not from Alabama, I would say talk to, I don't know who you talk to. There's always 988. They can probably help you with stuff like that. There's, I don't know if you don't have health insurance, you don't go to a doctor, right? I don't really know how this works. There's multiple people you can talk to. Yeah, there's things online. There are things online. They're probably more expensive without insurance, but you can look. I know BetterHelp is one. I see that on a lot of podcasts advertised, and you can go on there and they will help you with things like that.
And, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a counselor. I have no degree in that. My degree's in business. Haley's 17 years old. She doesn't have a degree, but if there's a young girl that needs to know she's not alone, go to Haley's podcast, Noodle Brains, and get her just to listen. Sometimes you just need to know that you're not alone. If there's an adult that struggles with depression or anxiety, get them to follow me. Go watch Snead's Farmhouse. She struggles, but there sometimes you just need to know that you're not alone, I think.
Teresa says that if you get a hold of your health department of your county hospital, they can refer you. And my dad said that many employers offer EAP.
Yes.
Even if you don't have insurance, you could check with your employer if they do offer that.
And I need to say this too, since he said that. Also, your employer offers, like, if you're have addiction, they'll offer like free services for you to go get help and not fire you from your job. There are so many good companies out there that will do that. It's just opening your mouth and asking for help. That's the hard part, is to go, oh gosh, I'm going to get fired from my job because I'm addicted to opiates and I don't know how to tell anybody. And believe it or not, there's a lot of companies out there that goes, you know what, we have something to offer you, and you can go get help. They'll put you on medical leave. Sometimes they even pay you. So a lot of companies will give you that chance. So it's just talking.
Andrew's mom said 1-800-422-HOPE, and there are other hotlines you can call for help. I would say Google, things like that. That's the best way to get hotlines.
And if you're wanting to get in touch with Haley, you can go to Noodle Brains, and you can leave her a message there.
We have an email. It's noodlebrainspodcast.
Put it
Noodle Brains Podcast. Andrew is about to put it on the comments, and you can email that, and I will send you a personal email, and I will talk to you, because I know how it is. Sometimes you want to talk to someone you don't know, because guess what? They can't judge you if they don't know you. They can't go tell all your friends that you're depressed. I know how that is. It's easier to talk to someone like a therapist, because guess what? She can't go tell people my problems.
Right.
So sometimes it can be easier talking to people you don't know. And I will always be available if you ever need anyone to talk to. Unless I am actively in class or at work, I will be glad to sit and chat with you over Gmail. I can give you a phone number, because I just want to help people. And I want to be able to be there for y'all, because I didn't have someone there for me when I was young and was struggling with anxiety and depression terribly.
I don't know. Y'all agree with me. Is this not Miss Alabama right here? I mean,
we're going to be the youngest one in history.
When I was sitting here listening to her tell you about this program that offers free insurance, I'm like, she didn't even go, like nothing. I'm like, dang, she can speak. That is amazing, Haley.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get in touch with them. We've been touching bases about starting a fundraising.
Yes.
Yeah, because
I can help with that too.
I'm super excited.
Yes.
So.
Well, I can't. There's 104 people watching right now, so hopefully we made a difference in at least one of your lives. If you struggle, I want you to know that Haley and I do too, and you're not alone. This either page, my page or Noodle Brains, is a safe place to come. There's no judgment, and everyone is welcome, and there'll never be any no, you're not allowed here because you believe this, or it's not that. This is a safe place to come for all of you. And I thank you guys for joining us. It's getting dark, and Shane's out there sawing, and I was thinking that he would, you know how men are, I was thinking that he would go, well, I need to go put the animals up for Judy because she's live.
Yeah, but men don't really do that. But they
their
got
brains
themselves,
don't
though.
Their brains don't work like that. He's like, oh, she's got this. So I have to go, look at that. I love this. Team Haley. I have got to go put animals up. So
we do have to do our drawing. So we have the app on my phone right here. It is a little generator, and we put all the comments in that have commented. And the one that has won is Miss, I think I'm pronouncing this right, Kayla Duckett.
Kayla Duckett.
Kayla Duckett. Ah! Yes. So you're our winner. We will be in touch with you on being able to mail you your little card.
Remind her what that is.
The gold card from Cracker Barrel, which is the 2 free drinks, 2 meals, and 2 desserts. Yeah.
Janet, thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations, Kayla. That's so funny. She won.
Becky.
Thank you, Haley. Team Haley.
Thank you, guys. I do want to say, I just want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for joining, and I hope you can share this with people who are in great need of help. And I just hope you know that anyone can make a difference in someone's life. I am doing this because the Lord has put it on my heart, and I am just trying to let him shine through me, and I'm trying to help people in every way possible. And I really hope that this has reached you today. And if you are 8 years old all the way to 100 years old, if you need help, please seek it. It will be the best decision of your life.
And it's not too late.
It's never too late.
It's not too late.
It doesn't matter. We
And
never
don't
know
give
how
up.
much time we have left. And it's not worth being miserable.
No, I talk about how great my life is now. And it's because, y'all, I've been in counseling since 2013. Okay. And it's 2020. So that long has it taken me to get to where I am today. So it's not a quick process. The difference is I never gave up. I ran after my life. I ran after happiness, and I kicked people out of my life that was pulling me down, and surrounded myself with people that pointed me to God. And that's where I got to where I am today. So I love you guys. Team Miss Judy, you're so funny. Maybe I'll go for the senior pageant.
We should so put you in that. We should so put you in that.
What am I going to do? Take a chicken and put it on my head and go, I can balance. I have no talent. I can't sing.
Judy, you're hilarious.
What am I going to do? A comedy show?
Just go up there and just talk. Do your puppet routine.
Is there a senior pageant?
Oh yeah.
Would you train me?
Absolutely, to the best of my abilities.
Could y'all see me in a senior pageant? I was so embarrassed to my kids if I did that. They
No,
would die.
Vanson would so love it.
Oh no, Vanson would die of embarrassment if
What a
I was in
man.
a pageant. They'd be like, "Mother, you are way too old for that."
Dance. Your platform could be dance.
What am I gonna
Make
do?
everyone
Michael
dance.
Jackson beat it? Like
What's that? Is it like the?
I'll do the
I don't know.
I'll do the Thriller. I could try to do the kick worm. I used to be really good at that.
What is that? Can you do the worm? The
Woo! She
you
don't know
belly
what
dance?
the kick worm is?
Judy, I'm 17.
You don't know what the kick worm is? Are you serious?
The woo, woo.
Y'all, we need
You
to
can
bring
belly
Haley up.
dance. I got a belly. You can do the little rolls.
I could bring Dexter out there and show him how I
I
train
don't think
Dexter
we
to
should
lick
put
me in
a
the la- in
bull
the
on
mouth.
a pageant stage. No, we could bring a pig. Wait, train. Oh well, Penny Lane would have loved to do it.
I know.
Penny Lane would have
God
loved to do it.
God love Penny Lane.
Rest in peace. Rest in
I know. She's so sweet. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining us. I will. Oh, today's not Sunday, is it?
No.
Today is Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
I thought it was Sunday. I will be live Monday morning, and Haley will be putting out this video on her podcast
on
on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, but a new video will come out the following Tuesday.
Yeah, we
with her.
post every Tuesday on YouTube at 8 a.m. and at 5 a.m. on all your streaming platforms that are audio only. So Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all of those. I just want to say thank you, everybody. And if you'd like to watch me in Fair Queen, Tuesday, October 10th, there will probably be a live link somewhere. Judy and I will both share it. I think it's
Yes.
live. I think so. It might not be, but I ask that y'all will all pray for me and pray for all the other girls, because I know a lot of them are very stressed out. And I just really hope I help somebody out there today. And I hope you all have a great night.
Love you guys. See y'all Monday. Bye. It says we're live.
Hi, guys.
They're not
We're not
here.
live.
When you see the zero,
Yeah.
it